and Hunt can start a break now. Spate is ahead of him. Hunt carries it too far and it's given away, intercepted by Lister. Clipped forwards and Westwood's caught out, his man in behind him. Can Gray finish from a tight angle? Pulls it back instead, and Belcher's denied by an excellent challenge by Parle. It goes out for the goal kick, but Parle saved a certain goal there.
It is, and that's the second time in the first 7 or 8 minutes of this game that Chris Westwood's been caught out of position. This time it could have been more costly as Andrew Gray went through and fired a shot across the goal, but that's twice now Westwood's been caught.
Little takes it quickly, finds Cieslewicz, who walks it back, and now Little can deliver here. It's the goal line, swings the ball in at the near post. It's headed partly away. Norwood will try a shot, drives it, and it's blocked by a defender 6 yards out. Space beats the keeper to it, but he's forced wide. Plays it to Little. Early ball in, not on the phone. It's headed away under the bar. Cieslewicz drives a shot, good tip over. Constant pressure, that by Wrexham.
Yeah, that's a really good spell of pressure there by Wrexham. Good effort by Adrian Cieslewicz, keeping it well to tip it over.
And did Palm over the bar. Now here comes the corner. Swept to the far post. Free header for Westwood, straight at the keeper. Well, that was a heck of a good chance. He should have scored then, Steve, shouldn't he?
He should indeed. He was 6 or 7 yards out. He headed the ball straight down instead of heading it at the goal. And in the end, it took the bounce took all the pace out the ball, and it just bounced up very tamely to Denham Hines in goal for Hinckley.
Here is Clowes. Short ball to Fowler, who pops it straight back. Clowes on his right foot, hasn't got much movement. Cieslewicz has come narrow and turns past his man. The second tackle is a hard one. The referee's happy with it from Gooding. And now it's a chance for a break down the left-hand side by Gray, who's rather isolated, so he holds up and waits for support and then goes round the outside of Clowes, and Clowes doesn't stop him either, and Gray pulls it into the goal mouth, and it's tapped in for the Lees, and Hinckley, no huge shock really that they were able to do that. Clowes stood up but was rather squared off. Gray got past him too easily, and it was a clever pullback, and Hinckley take the lead.
Yeah, and you've got to say, to be honest, Mark, they deserve to take the lead as well. They've been the better side, they've been more enterprising, they've certainly looked better going forward, and the Wrexham defences looked shaky, and that was far too easy from my way of thinking. It just got round the back very, very easy, laid it back, and the tap in from about 12 yards out, nobody closed him down, no chance really for Chris Maxwell, and fair play to Hinckley, they deserve to be ahead.
Wrexham have it again. The droit pass by Fowler. Parle inside to Cieslewicz, who turns and gets past his man and accelerates towards the edge of the area. Beats another man. Parle's rather in his way. He's gone to wide and pulled it in, and Norwood drives it in, but it's too close to the keeper. It does well to parry. Again, good build-up play by Wrexham, though. Yeah,
it was good play by Adrian Cieslewicz, and on this occasion he didn't run down a blind alley. He actually got a good cross in. Obi was on the near post, stuck out a foot, and unfortunately it was just a nice height and right at the goalkeeper Hines, but that's probably the best and most incisive attack Wrexham have had in this first half.
Corner to Wrexham, but it's not a big Wrexham team. This is played short and cleverly. Little stands it up under the bar. Westwood heads it in, it hits a Norwood, comes out and Clowes it offside, flags it for offside. I think that, to be honest, if a Norwood hadn't been there, Westwood would have scored. His header was goal bound, hit a Norwood, dropped back out. Clowes lashed it into the net. And although the flag went up a little bit late, I think the flag was up against the Norwood standing under the bar. The ref's gone to consult with the linesman.
Yeah, I don't know why. He was standing on the goal line, so he had to be offside in the first phase, and when the shot came in he was coming back off that position, so if I was Hinckley I'd be very aggrieved if he does give the goal. I think it is an offside.
And the offside is given, and I think the final decision eventually has been reached. They've both gone up to the far post. Fowler stands it up towards Westwood. Dangerous ball, headed behind by Flanagan. Can the keeper stop it going in? He can, but he's dropped it. Westwood will claim it back with the on the right hand side. No, he's beaten to it, and the ball is driven away by Belcher, but Westwood blocks it, feeds it into Cieslewicz in the right corner of the box, turns away from goal, feeds it out wide. Little goes driving forwards, takes in his man, neat little ball. Westwood back heels it to him. Little cuts inside, chances, he drives it. Oh, what a goal! What a goal by Glenn Little, and fair play to Westwood. A clever little back heel, but an injection of quality into the performance, Steve.
Yeah, that was experience coming through there, Mark. Chris Westwood chased what looked like a lost cause over to corner flag, won it, played a lovely ball back to Glenn Little, and Glenn Little, what quality there, got himself through, played a lovely 1-2 with Westwood, and that left foot shot, low and hard, gave Hines absolutely no chance. And the first bit of real quality from Wrexham, and they managed to walk their way through the Hinckley defence and equalise, and that's what Glenn Little and Chris Westwood need to do more to help their young side out.
Throw into Little, who holds it up well and feeds a clever ball, and now is Clark driving forwards. Long range shot by Clark, just wide. That was a good contact by Clark, and he holds his head in his hands. It wasn't too far wide from 25 yards.
No, that was a great strike there from Joe Clark. Nice little setup by Glenn Little, clever little ball to him, but it was all Clark's work there. Took that on some 5-6 yards and just unleashed a right foot shot, and I'm not sure whether Hines would have got that if it had been inside the post.
Which Wrexham have exploited as Little knocks it long, and it's Parl on the right hand side, very advanced, battling end by the second defender he came up against. It's cleared to Clowes on the halfway line. He'd be well advised to let someone take over. He does. Little carrying it in midfield. Fowler wants it square. Little prods it instead to Spate, 25 yards out, spins away from his man. He was driving towards the edge of the area. He's got support on Cheeslewich. Turns inside, squares to Cheeslewich on his wrong foot in the D, digs out on his right foot, hits a shot which is saved comfortably enough low down to the left. Looking around again, not much movement. The centre backs have gone up once more, but Fowler's not inclined to do that. He threads a clever ball to the edge of the area, right hand side. Spate lays it off, and now it's a chance for a cross to come in from Little on the right. He cuts inside his man, swings it into the edge of the 6-yard box, and Spate with a climbing header just couldn't quite keep it down. It goes over the bar, but a decent effort that. Yeah,
a little bit of extra quality there again by Glenn Little. Turned the full-back inside out, dug a good cross in. It was slightly behind Spate, who had to sort of move away from the goal to get any sort of elevation on it, and it just put the header over the bar. But Wrexham's best hope seems to be at the moment to give the ball to Glenn Little and let him do something with it.
As the goal kick's taken, and Little wins the header, and Oru is on the chase, and good shoulder-to-shoulder strength. Tries to nick it past man, it's cleared only as far as Cheeslewich. He's got space at the far post, Cheeslewich, as he cuts in from the right, and then licks a lovely little ball on the back of the fence, and Oru drives a shot, it's deflected, and the keeper's able to get down and grab hold of it. Good thinking that by Cheeslewich, but Wrexham just couldn't profit. Yeah,
it was a lovely little dig through there by Adrian Cheeslewich. Really very clever ball, and Obion Oru got through to it, but the cross come shot took a deflection, and all the pace came off it, and Hines just grabbed the ball as it came across.
Little with the throw. Parl and Cheeslewich are switching positions, thrown to the near post. Spate backing into his man, toes to the goal line, drives in a cross which hits a deflection and spins across the face of goal. Kerry keeps it in. Fowler's after it, but it's intercepted. That's a good ball again. Westwood's let his man get in behind him, to a murmur of discontent from the Wrexham fans, and Gray is breaking forward. He's got support. Clowes is trying to force him outside, and he goes past him. He's through on goal here, and he nutmegs Maxwell and puts Hinckley ahead, and I'm afraid Westwood and Clowes cover themselves with no glory whatsoever there.
Well, once again, Chris Westwood just let his man run. Andre Gray, as we said before, has worked the line very well, and he's caused problems for the two Wrexham centre-backs, but to be honest, a player with the experience of Chris Westwood, he just let him go. He wasn't on it, he just wasn't in the game at all. Gray ran into the area, took Clyde out of the game very easily, and slotted the ball through Chris Maxwell's legs. But Chris Westwood's got to be looking at himself there, Mark, because he really should have been tighter to Andre Gray at that stage.
Yeah, he just let him walk in behind him, and that was the genesis of it. But then both goals have come with Gray completely isolated up front, and he's waiting for help, and then decides, just take on Clowes and beat him anyway, and then they profited twice from that. Moss in midfield trying to dispossess, but can't, and now here come Hinckley once more as it's rolled in behind Clowes, and a real opportunity. Maxwell tackles on the edge of the D. Referee's getting the free kick against him. Well, he's going to send him off then, is he?
He's got to, yeah.
I thought he won the ball there, I've got to say.
If he's given the free kick, I'm afraid he has to send Chris Maxwell off, because he's the last defender.
Well, the referee's run across to see the player first. I thought that was a clean tackle by Maxwell, I've got to say, but if he gives that, surely he's going around the keeper on the edge of the D, and Maxwell will have to go. Maxwell is furious, pleading his innocence. What does the referee do here? He's telling the players to get away from him, as he's telling Maxwell to get away from him as well.
I must admit, I thought he played the ball, but having given the free kick, it's got to be a red card. Maxwell's reaction indicated it is a red card, because he's just put his hands on his head. He's
gone to the book anyway, and so surely Maxwell's off. Yellow. Wow.
Well, that's a really strange decision. He had to be the last defender. He denied a goal-scoring opportunity, and if the referee's given that as a free kick, why is it not a red card?
Answers in the back of a postcard.
To get back, or as you said before, whether it was a bit of cowardly refereeing, I really don't know, but very strange.
I would strongly argue he's got just about every element of that decision wrong. Anyway, it's a free kick on the edge of the D, and Hinckley can punish Wrexham for it, as Newton is standing on it. In fact, Newton has left it now. It's just left of centre. Wrexham have a four-man wall, and the ball is driven by Holt. Good save by Maxwell low down to his left. He took that well.
It came through a crowd of players, and Chris Maxwell couldn't have seen that till late, and he got down well and held it cleanly.
Hunt throws it in. Spate's beaten to it, and Fowler's after it. He's tackled. It's smacked away by Flanagan, and Westwood again has problems here as Gray has gone past him down the right channel. Tight angle, drives it across the face and just wide. But ironically, in the latter stages, it's actually Hinckley who are creasing on the break.